Hey guys, it's YISHAN here. If you're seeing me on Crush Cards channel, hello, I'm YISHAN. And if you're seeing on my channel, well, hello, I'm still YISHAN. But today I want to show you guys some combos for the ZOODIAC Tri-Brigade deck. Now there aren't too many combos per se, but there are a lot of variations on combos. So if you want to learn to get a basic idea of how to play the deck, this is going to be some good stuff to memorize. And hopefully I can help you play this deck to its fullest potential. Also, look at my new haircut. Sick, huh? Okay, so I don't know why I said that. Okay, let's get into the combos. I'm starting off with the classic combo, the ZOODIAC Tri-Brigade combo. I like to call it the mainline ZOODIAC Tri-Brigade combo itself. And basically you need one ZOODIAC Rapier. That can be either a tanky or a ZOODIAC Rapier. And one of the Tri-Brigade monsters, okay? So any one of them will do, and there's differences between each one, so I'll explain them. That's why I have them all here. And then there's also going to be some other cards. We're going to talk about these cards later. They might come up in the combo as well. So I've got these cards to the side. We'll talk about them later. We'll put them up here for now. But let's start with a combo. Okay, so combo number one. We've got a ZOODIAC Rapier normal summon, right? So this I'm going to do this combo up to a point where you're going to do this the same thing every time, right? So this is going to happen every time. You're going to do ZOODIAC Rapier to dump a Ram. It's okay to summon this in the middle column. It's okay to summon your Chakanine in the middle column. What you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to go and use your, use your Chakanine to special back the Ram. Okay, it doesn't really matter where you summon it. And again, it doesn't really matter where you summon this Trident as well. You just want to pay attention. The Trident's the monster you want to keep, so you want to pay attention to where it gets summoned last. So basically, we're going to use the Trident to use Detach to pop the Ram. Then Ram is going to special back for us the Chakanine. Now, this is super important because Chakanine is not once per turn. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we can use our Tiger Mortar here to use Tiger Mortar's effect to attach a Xyz material to Chakanine, and then Chakanine can again use its effect to summon back, and it's important this time Trident. I like to put my Trident in this column over here. I just try to avoid it in one of these two spots, because what's next is going to be a Farrajet, link summon of a Farrajet for 2, okay? And this is the standard ZOODIAC Tri-Brigade combo, and all these combo lines, they start here where you're activating Farrajet and you're special summoning one of these guys from your hand. So basically the ZOODIAC engine is really good at playing around hand traps. It gets you 3 monsters on board. If you get stopped, you can just end on a Trident if you want. But that's where we're at, right? So this is the mainline combo. We're here. Okay, so there are 4 different Tri-Brigades that you could possibly have. Keras is the worst one to have. Fractal is okay, and then these 2 are the best to have, Revolt and the kit. And we're gonna go over why, right? It's mainly because these guys search, and this guy can dump these guys to use with Revolt, and this guy doesn't really do anything. So, what do I like to do? Well, let's start with the worst one, Keras, right? So if you have nothing else in your hand, like these guys aren't in your hand, you use Farrajet to special out Keras, and then the great thing is you've got exactly 4 Tri-Beasts in your graveyard. Keras is gonna be able to banish 4, so we're gonna banish 4 over here. And we are going to summon our Shrek, the Ominous Omen. Okay, and now what we can do here is we can take these 2 and link them off for a Tri-Brigade Bear Bloom, a properly summoned Tri-Brigade Bear Bloom, no less. And we're going to get the Shrek Search. So, its key here is if you don't have any Tri-Brigades in your hand, what I would recommend getting off the Shrek here on this Keras line is to grab a Fractal. Actually, we're going to grab a Fractal. And why are we going to grab a Fractal? Well, because what we can do is we can use the Fractal to basically activate it, pitch the kit and the Nerval, because it's going to pitch kit, which is going to pitch Nerval. And then what we can do here is the Nerval can search as a new Tri-Brigade, so sort of follow up for next turn. You can search whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. I'll just grab, a Fractal. You can grab, it doesn't really matter, because what we're going to do now is we can actually link all of these off for an Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. Okay? And what we're going to do is we can actually use our Farrajet and our Bear Bloom to sculpt our hand, but I'm just going to use Bear Bloom for the sake of this. Bear Bloom is going to add us a Revolt, and we can even just put back the extra Tri-Brigade, and then we can set this Revolt. So we've got a 3 material Appaloosa here, 3 material Appaloosa. Let's use a more easy to see dice. And Konami, don't sue me for putting counters on Appaloosa. I promise. I won't do that in official tournaments because, I mean, Konami's crazy. They don't let you put counters on Appaloosa anymore. Wild, or dice anyway. So this sets up our graveyard, so our Revolt will be able to trigger back and summon back a bunch of Tri-Brigades. As well, that will give us follow-up for next turn, plus we've, you know, done whatever we want. So that's our Keras line. Keras is the worst one, but still works pretty well, right? You can see that it doesn't really matter too much. Even if it's just Keras that you draw, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to put these guys back over here. I'm going to reset the combo line back to the original spot where we had the Trident here. We have the Farrajet here. We have these 4 Tri-Beasts in the grave. And we have our options here, right? So let's go back to our options, okay? So I'm going to put this Fractal back. We don't need it. And we're going to continue on with our options. So what is option number 2? Well, option number 2, the second worst option is Fractal, okay? And the reason for this is because you can, if you would like, now this is risky because it plays into Ash Blossom, but you can, if you would like, to, and remember these are not in your hand, you can discard this Fractal and go for a Kit Nerval play, right? Dump the Kit, dump the Nerval, search something else, and you can use this Keras. And now what this lets you do is this opens up, you know, something that so you don't have to search Fractal off Shiraig, right? So that's what this Fractal lets you do. Now, this is risky because it could get ashed, right? So if you're following along here, basically, if this Fractal gets ashed, you're kind of screwed, right? You could just do the exact same play you just did, that you just did with the Keras in the last combo. You could just special the Fractal, make Shiraig, and then use the Shiraig to search like another Fractal, and that sort of plays around Ash in a much safer way. But if you want to be a little greedy, I'll show you the greedy combo because that's different from Keras, right? We can use the Fractal, send Kit, send Nerval, add, I don't know, another Tri-Brigade. I'm just going to use Keras for now as an example. I don't want to go find another one. And then you can use the Farrajet to special here, and you can banish 4. Now, which 4 do I banish? I recommend you have so much material here, you can just, honestly, you could probably just banish the Tri-Beast. It doesn't, the Zoodiacs, I mean, it doesn't really matter. And you can go here, and you can go into Shiraig if you want, right? And then what you can do is I'm going to show you some other things you can do with your Shiraig search. So the first option, and one that I really like, is DD Crow. DD Crow I really like. It's like, if you're going to be greedy, you might as well go for DD Crow. It's a great way to, you know, doesn't play into droplets, it doesn't play into Dark Ruler. It's like an extra interruption. So of course we're going to go Bear Bloom here, and sort of continue along with our plays. And so the Shiraig will search. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add the DD Crow to our hand with our Shiraig. And again, these are not really in our hand, these are just our options. And then we can link these 2 or 3 off for an Appaloosa. And it's going to be the same combo, so I'm not going to go through it again, but you can link these 3 for an Appaloosa, search your Revolt, bing, bang, boom, right? Or instead of searching for DD Crow, you could search for a Zoodiac Whiptail, right? And what you could do is you could link these 2 off into Appaloosa. The Bow of the Goddess, you'll have a 2 counter Appaloosa, unfortunately, so it won't be 3, but it'll be 2. That's not bad. And you can use this Whiptail to attach to the Trident to sort of play. You have like 2 types of interruptions instead of 1, but this is going to cost you an extra card where you could have had like a Tri-Brigade in your hand instead, or something to use to put onto the bottom of the deck when you search Revolt. So that's what those are those options. Of course, the last option, and the best in my opinion, is if you have either Nerval or Kit, because then you're basically guaranteed to go for one of these 2 options, right? You don't need to search an extra Tri-Brigade, right? You can either go for DD Crow or Whiptail, whatever one you want, because you're guaranteed to search off these guys anyway, which is fantastic, right? So we can just go back real quick. What I'm basically saying here is that these guys search, right? So these are the best ones to have, because you can go Shiraig here, these 2 into Bear Bloom, right? And Bear Bloom effect can grab you, you know, Shiraig, Bear Bloom, you know, you can grab DD Crow, you can grab whatever you want, right? You grab whatever you want, you grab your, I would always grab DD Crow if I open Nerval or Kit, because I'm gonna search another Tri-Brigade already because of these guys, so I'm not worried about having extra Tri-Brigades. So I'll always search the DD Crow or the Whiptail, depending on what I think is best in the matchup. Some people don't play DD Crow, so in that case I would just search Whiptail. Again, you can link these 3 off for the Appaloosa. It's the same play, as you can see, just slight variations. that's just what I like to do, and those are the differences between which Tri-Brigade you open with the Zoodiac. Okay, so that's sort of, we've covered the Zoodiac Tri-Brigade combo. Now, you're not always going to open Rat and the Zoo, right? So we have to talk about other types of combos you can do. Okay, so let us take a look at those combos, shall we? So there's quite a few Tri-Brigade combos that don't involve Zoodiacs, so we're not going to be needing the Zoodiacs anymore. These guys can go to the bottom of the deck. The first combo I want to show you guys is a single Fractal, right? What can we do with just one Fractal? The simplest thing, Fractal or Tanky. You know, what can we do with one little old Fractal? And these guys are trying to escape my grasp here, but that's all right. We'll keep them. We'll corral them in. So, okay, what can we do with one Fractal? Well, basically every Fractal combo is going to start the same, right? You're going to have to discard it. So discarding the Fractal, send Kit, send Nerval, search something, right? So this is a super basic Fractal combo. I'm just going to search a Keras because I'm lazy and I don't really want to think exactly what's the best. I like to run 3 Keras sometimes, so I just like to sort of get an even distribution out of my deck so I have options available later in the game if I should need them. We can normal a Keras and banish, 2. Right, 2, we banish 2 for a Bear Bloom. Okay, this is in my graveyard. We banish 2 for a Bear Bloom here. And then we can link these 2 off, right? The Bear Bloom and the Keras for the Rugal. Rugal's nice. So the nice thing about Rugal is it actually plays around, and then we're going to, of course, get our search for our Revolt. But Rugal plays around like Twin Twisters and Cosmic and the Standby phase, because when you activate Revolt and make your Shuraig, for example, I'm going to skip all the summoning, but I'm just going to have you believe me that I can make the Shuraig here, and you can get a bunch of your searches and stuff. What you can do is you can later use the Rugal in your main phase to activate its effect, because you don't use the Shuraig on Banish effect because they Twin Twist you and Standby. So you go Rugal and you activate the effect, summon something back during the main phase, banish a card your opponent controls, since it's Shuraig or any other Tri-Beast that is special summoned, right? So that's how that works. So that's a cool little combo. That's the sort of the standard 1-card Fractal combo, okay? Now, of course, there are some variations. Like, what if you open Fractal and Revolt, right? What if you already have the Revolt? Well, there's no need to go for the Bear Bloom in that case then, right? What we can do here is we can do the same thing we've always done here. So, right, we have Fractal, we pitched Kit, we pitched Nerval, and we search the Keras out, right? And what we can do is we just normal summon this. This is not here anymore. We can banish 3 for a Rugal, and we just simply link these 2 off for an Appaloosa, right? So we've turned it into an Appaloosa. So it really depends. I mean, you want to link the Tri-Brigade off. The reason you can't really go for double Dragon Lords in this situation, if you would prefer, is that you want to be able to link off. You want to be able to link off your Tri-Brigade, right? So if you want to go for double Dragon Lords instead, you have to be careful, because then you can't search. You can't search Keras. You have to search Kit off your Nerval, and the reason for that is because we need to use our Almirage, right, to get that last Kit in the grave to make sure that we do the right play. So what I'm saying here is, okay, instead of searching this Keras, right, so I'm going to put these guys back over here. Instead of searching this Keras, we actually need to do is we actually need to search for this Kit, right? Because we need to get 4 Tri-Brigades. We have 3 right now. So we're going to search for this Kit, because Nerval can't search itself, by the way, so that's why we're searching the Kit. You can banish these 2, right? And then we can special out our double Dragon Lords. So if you're playing against a deck where you prefer to go with the double Dragon Lords, right, what you want to do is you want to search your Kit off your Nerval. That way you can get the 4th Tri-Brigade in the graveyard. Here comes your Almirage. Set your Revolt, and you're all fine and dandy, right? So that's important to remember if you want to go that route. Okay, so that's our sort of our Fractal plus Revolt combo. Let's take a look at some other combos. Let's do one more Fractal combo. This one even plays around Nibiru. This one's kind of cool. It's the Fractal plus Tri-Beast combo. Okay, I call it the Fractal plus any Tri-Beast, which is pretty cool. So let's say you draw Fractal, and let's say it's one of your worst Tri-Beasts, a Ram, right? Ram is we don't like to see Ram too much in the opening hand. It's like, okay, but we don't really like to see it too much. Okay, so what are we gonna do, right? Well, we go Fractal. Okay, Fractal effect, send Nerval, or send Kit, send Nerval, excuse me, send Kit, send Nerval, searching Keras, right? So this is sort of the same combo as last time, except now we can normal summon this Keras, okay? And we can banish 2, okay? And special out our Bear Brum, excuse me. I've been going to call it Bear Bloom this whole video. I don't know, Bear Bloom's just such a better name. Bear Brum. Okay, Konami, Bear Brum. And so now, if we had another blank in our hand, right, this is why it's important that we need a Tri-Beast. What we can do is we can use this blank plus this Tri-Beast, and I'm not saying you should always go for this, but if you have some bricks in your hand, why not just toss them, right? You can use Bear Broom's effect as special from Banish, right? And why it's important that at least one of those bricks was a Tri-Beast is because you need 2 to summon your Ancient Warriors double Dragon Lords, right? So your double Dragon Lords, excuse me. And then what's really, really cool about this play, my favorite thing about this play, though, is let's count the summons. Keras is 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only summoned 4 times, and then we just link these guys into the Appaloosa, right? Isn't that awesome? That's just crazy. We link these guys into an Appaloosa. You can put the Appaloosa if you want, like over to the left side, so that your DDL is not taking up a space, and you still get the Revolt Surge. So this is crazy. This is crazy combo because you literally play around Nibiru, right? You play around Nibiru, you get your Appaloosa with 3 materials on it, right? Because we used Bear Bloom, Keras, and Nerval. And we get a Revolt plus a double Dragon Lords, all under 5 summons. This is one of my favorite combos. It's a bit greedy, you know, because you have to discard 2 cards, but if you got bricks in your hand, why not, right? Why not just discard them? You got some Kerases you don't need, just discard them, no problem, right? Okay, so really, really like this combo. Very, very nice combo. I would recommend it. Okay, let's talk about some other combos while we have the chance. So you're not always going to open Fractal. What if you open Keras and Kit? That's a really common opening. I sometimes draw those 2 cards in combination together. What's the right play with that, right? So Keras and Kit. I'm going to show you a Keras and Kit combo. No, unfortunately, it has to be Keras and Kit. It can't be Keras and Nerval, and I'll show you why that's the case. Obviously, you can still make do with Keras and Nerval depending on the rest of your hand, but I'm going to show you Keras Kit because this sort of happens to me relatively often. I draw Keras and Kits. So what you're going to do is you're going to use Keras, pitch the Kit, right? And Keras is going to summon itself, doesn't really matter where. And then Kit, of course, is going to dump a Nerval, and Nerval is going to grab you a Search, okay? And it doesn't really matter, you can literally search anything here because you're just going to normal summon. I'm going to search Fractal because it's the only Tri-Brigade I haven't used, and I like to get that even distribution. You banish these 2 for our good friend, the Bear Bloom, the Rampant Rampager. Now again, if you want to do that combo where you discard 2 cards, right, because that's like sort of Fractal plus Tri-Beast, this is sort of Keras Kit plus Tri-Beast, which is 3-card combo. If you have something you want to discard and you want to go for that combo, fine. What I like to do is I like to just normal summon, okay, and then I can just link these 3 off into, again, our favorite friend, the 3 material Appaloosa. She's been putting in the work today. She deserves a raise. She's been putting in the work. And then, of course, you get your search for your Revolt. So that's just a nice little combo you can do there. Again, you end with the Appaloosa plus the Revolt. Really, really nice. So that's Keras Kit for you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Nerval because if you discard Nerval, you don't have 2 Tri-Beasts in Grave, unfortunately. So you have to like search Kit, but then if you normal Kit, you'd have to link off the Kit for an Almirage, and then you'd have to banish cards. So it doesn't work as well, basically, is what I'm saying. But it's still doable. It's still doable. Okay. So that is that. I want to show you one last combo because we sort of gone to Keras Kit combo, and that is the Revolt plus one of these 2 guys, right? I just want you to know that you can turn on your Revolt on the first turn. You should definitely just know this. It's a pretty basic combo, but you should know it because it does come up quite often where you already have your Revolt, and you're just like, well, I might as well, I don't really have, I have 1 Tri-Brigade in my Revolt. I would like to sort of get this live, right? And people can be very scared to Ash cards like Nerval and Kid. They might be afraid of a Fractal. So anyway, it is what it is. These 2 cards, it doesn't really matter which one you summon. They're the same, so I'll show you both. You link them off into Almirage. And then what you can do here is, if you drew Kit, you just send Nerval effect, add Fractal, pitch some Tri-Beasts, and you're good to go, right? If you want, you can pitch like the DD Crow, but, you know, just sending the Keras is fine. So that turns on your Revolt live, right? That makes your Revolt live. Also, if you have Nerval, excuse me, you can Nerval, you link it off, And you just use Revolt to search Fractal, and then Fractal can dump Kit, and then Kit can dump whatever, Keras, right? And again, same thing. So that is the last and very, very basic combo that you need to know, but it's an important one. So definitely learn that one, because it's going to come up a lot. I can promise you that. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Are there any combos that I missed? Anything that you guys like to do? Well, let me know on either Crush Cards channel or my channel. Thanks for having me on, guys. Crush Cards, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys learned something today. And until next time, guys, we will see you guys in our next videos.